our grandparents, they've known this thing, but there's no just proof. The father will say, we don't get thief for our family. Why this boy they thief? Or sometimes we ask the mother, one day you go tell me who be the father of this child. But our women need to sit down for one place.
Even the men they sit down for one place. I
But
just say
And
this
guess
one.
what? Our women keep shouting,
That what?
you cheat. Nigerian men are cheats. Nigerian men are scum. Nigerian men are polygamous. But you people cannot
Results.
sit down
When
in
it
one
comes-
place.
when-
Report card is out now.
You are carrying first.
I don't like that reason that you keep calling that reason.
Some people don't feel before it's out.
No, I already said that.
No, I'm trying to tell you
you
something.
already-
I'm trying to
you
tell you
already
something. I
said-
know. No, he too, as a man, want to have that dignity to say that finally I have given birth.
You
Already
just
second in the world.
I'm
If
giving
we
a
are
man-
already second in the world,
Yes.
so it means that there's a problem.
What is the
Hey,
problem?
this is Big Joe Podcast.
Yo, what's up, my people? How you guys doing? So welcome to another episode of the Big Joe Talk podcast. On the Big Joe Talk podcast, you already know what we talk about. Trending topics, especially relationships. And this one right here is close to the heart because it affects everybody, from kids to adults, from parents to children. So a company called Smart DNA in Nigeria did DNA for a couple of people. And guess what? 1 in every 4 DNA done is a case of paternity fraud, which means if they did 100, 25 of that number is not the real father of the child. So that brings to mind what's been going on. Then I did a video concerning the topic of paternity fraud, and people said, oh, it's your own opinion, it's your own opinion. And I said I was going to bring the best guest so we can dissect this topic together. And just before I introduce my guest, just to lay something on the floor. So they did a ranking for the countries with the highest paternity fraud. And guess where we are as a country? Number 2, after Jamaica. So I'm going to ask my guests what they think about this high rate of paternity fraud in Nigeria. By my right, we have the man they call the Shaggy, aka the wise tortoise. That's what I call him. He's a tech head, he's an entrepreneur, he's a logistic merchant. By my left, we have the beautiful Corinne Laster. She's a makeup artist, she's a marketer, she's a content creator, she's a digital marketer and a strategist. So where do I start from with this case of paternity fraud in Nigeria? Should I start from the white tortoise, or I should start from the strategist?
Please start from the wise tortoise. Because you men always have so much to say. Before you people ask us what we bring to the table, please start from.
Okay, my man Shaggy.
Yeah.
What do you think about this case of paternity fraud in Nigeria? What do you think is the cause? What's going on?
Okay. Thank you very much. The anchor of this topic is a very sensitive topic as well. So I believe it's something that we need to talk about, so that I think our listeners should understand more about what is going on in the society. So for me, I would say that is our ladies in Nigeria. I believe their orientations is quite absurd in terms of the fact that they believe relationship is transactional, and when you find out that relationship is transactional, you already have a wrong motive of getting into marriage in the first place. So whatever comes up in that marriage, you tend to keep it to yourself because you already have a wrong mindset about the relationship from the very first start. Do you understand? So in that light, you find that for the basic reason of having a relationship that is transactional, every other thing that falls into that marriage is transactional, because at the end of everything, you find that when it gets to a particular point where the man tends to find out that this particular child does not belong to him, then we're not talking about divorce. And if these both parties are legally married, if they're legally married, you find out that the woman will start talking about sharing of the properties and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I believe for me that most of the times the women they don't even have it in mind in the first place to put this to make the man go through this. But for the fact that they've already have relationship, because before you get into marriage, you have what called relationship.
Yeah.
So and by so doing, they already have different guys, male that they are going out with. So they don't really know the one to say, okay, this is the one I'm going out with. I want to build my future with. So once they are being confused, they now find out probably this particular guy is helping them financially.
So they hang
They hang,
the pregnancy on that one's head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women have suffered.
Just,
though.
just before you go further,
yeah.
I'll ask
Wow.
Corinne, why is paternity fraud so high in Nigeria? Why women they carry people children give other people?
You know, women have actually okay. When we talk about paternity fraud, who we look at first? Who is the prime suspect? Yes, even the woman,
Mhm.
right? Because a man
A man
does
cannot do paternity fraud.
doesn't give birth.
Yeah.
His own is to make sure that his woman is pregnant. So the victim, yeah, is that the victim, right? The whole victim is the woman, right?
No, the
No,
man
the
is the
man-
victim.
I mean, the man is
The
the
man is the
victim.
victim.
Yes.
The woman is the
He's the
traitor.
villain.
Voilà. So you know, my guy has defined what is paternity fraud, so I don't need to define that again. But you know, I'm not I'm not saying I cannot even say it's a good thing. I cannot even say that, but you know, we are in Africa where when a man and a woman get married, the pressure of having a kid is is on a woman, you know. And then because we have really over underestimate a woman, most of the time we turn to blame the woman who is not giving birth. We forget that most men can give birth, you know. Now, because the pressure is always on the woman, most women you'll find out that they will just go out there and do one or two. Because if they go to the hospital, you know, our mentality in Africa is very poor as couple. You will hardly see couple who hold their hands and go to the hospital to go and do fertility tests. You will hardly. They'll always say, "Go, the woman. Go." Everything falls on the woman. As much as taking another child from A and giving it to B is wrong, but women always do that to save their marriage most of the time.
What about now? In that same report, they said I think about 60% of the fraud is from the first born child.
Yes, because you know when people get married, you know those first few months there's always a pressure. There's always that pressure. You know, most women get married pregnant already. You know, you see a woman who is pregnant already, and then she sees that where she got the pregnancy, the guy is broke, and who she wants to get married to, soup dede. So she will
Conquer and give you that.
so she will come. Most women do that for several reasons. Maybe they love this person, but the money is here. They want the child to have a better future. You know, most time the man is not fertile, but they go out there and bring the child and give it to the man so that they cover up their women do that for way too many reasons. But trust me, it's as a woman, it is very wrong. But women do that to save, not to destroy you. It's at the end of the day that it comes as destruction because at that point a man who will raise up a child that is not his own will be heartbroken at the end of the day. But in the beginning is to save my marriage. That's why I'm doing that. So it's for reasons that women do that.
But there are cases now. This case of where the man is infertile
Mhm.
is does exist a lot.
It does.
But that is not the ultimate. What about for the men that are fertile? Now, this same story, another woman said the man has 6 children with the woman. He did DNA, and none of these of the 6 children, not even one in his own, is his own. Then he said he had a child with a woman before he got married. He went to do DNA for that child, and that child is his own.
So now we are talking about a careless woman.
But how can you have now? I think this is a case of wickedness from women. Wickedness. Now I understand the part of pressure, societal pressure, family pressure, and the rest. That once a woman marry, the whole pressure is on her. Oh, you are not pregnant, womb watchers, you are not pregnant yet, you have not given birth, and the woman is under pressure, right? And she will now say she will now go aside to go and have a child. Now I understand that. Now that is one part of it. Now there's another aspect of it where these women, just like what you said, are already pregnant before they came into the marriage.
Yeah, they're looking
So-
for a better way where to lay
But
a child's foundation.
but that is the height of wickedness, because one of the most difficult things to do on this planet is to raise another human being.
That is not yours, right?
It's not work that you will graduate from. You don't graduate from a child. The sacrifices, the late night, the denial of things that you need to have because of this child. You do all that just to find out when you are, if you watch Paternity Fraud in all those divorce courts in America,
Yeah, it's very
you
painful.
will see men of 60, 70, children 40, and the child is not their child. And guess what? When they ask the women, do you know the father of the child? The woman will say, yes. I say, Jesus Christ.
That's why we tell you guys that, when a man says he's smart, I always say no. You cannot be smarter than a woman. Women we are the ultimate.
Is
We
that-
tell you what we do. We tell you what we want to tell you.
Is that smart or wickedness?
No, I can put it being smart and I can put it being wicked. I gave a foundation. I said you will see it's both of them, be it smart or be it wicked, all of them boils down to being wicked, because it doesn't just go to the father, it goes to the child himself.
Exactly.
Because
But
even the child will be
I want-
affected at the end of the day, that this man is not my father. That's why you see that most of the time when those kind of in those courts, the child will say, I cannot go to my present father, I will go to the father I know. Because
The man I raised.
yes, because it is actually very painful to see that you grew up and then after like 25 years, they are bringing you somebody that you don't know from anywhere. And you see that most of the time, those kind of kids get angry with their parent, with their mother. It's actually not good, but you will always hear women saying that I did that for a reason.
Women always have a reason for everything.
Oh wow.
So, what the question I would like to ask, or what I would like to contribute is this: if the government, themselves, okay, puts a law in place that if such thing happens, that they find a woman guilty of such crime, because it's a crime.
It's a crime, actually.
It is.
So if such
crime.
law is being enacted that, okay, this particular offense is being done, that the woman will face whether death penalty or
Is that not too
life
much for a death
no,
penalty?
or
prison time or
or
something.
life imprisonment.
Or maybe like 20 years.
No, let no
Is that
because
not too much for
no, it's too much, because it's for me it's too much.
Excuse me now, excuse me, please. I think
Yeah,
I'm a woman, right?
yeah.
And already
Because
I condemn the act. I
hold
condemn-
on. Let me know.
But there should be no penalty.
no, they
Wait,
should.
let me make my point. Let me
Okay,
make
please.
my point.
Okay,
You see, for a man to be in his 70s and finding out that this particular child
It's not.
is not his own, he's already dead on it. So that is dead.
The man is dead. He won't survive it.
His death is death. Not even one. If it's one or two or three or four, five,
The
and we're
man
living in the
is
same
dead.
room.
Is dead.
For me, normally I believe that is death.
So if they have to give the woman to a death penalty, then so what happened to the
No, I'm just setting an instance.
Okay.
That if there is a law, the law is not to say, okay, we want to, because definitely I know it will still happen, but the rate will be
To
low.
reduce and to deter them.
Because once you know that, okay, this is what will happen at the end of everything. If
my suggestion
Yeah.
with this. Okay, I don't know if it's possible to do DNA when the child is still like 3 months.
So I heard. Oh,
So
I think before
if they put if they bring a law like that, I don't know if it's a law or something. If they say a thing like that, that once a woman is pregnant, 2 months being pregnant, they need to do a DNA before the child will even come to this world. That alone, see, that alone will make women to be careful. Like again, you see, we in Africa, right? Again, we mount way. I had a friend, a grown-up woman. I deal with women. She's been married for more than 20 years. Then she she was insulted like every other day by even her own husband, that she can't give birth, blah blah blah, for more than 20 years. And then she got really tired because she kept telling the man, can we just go to the hospital, and if I'm the problem, let's together, get treatment, and then let's follow it up
See,
and up. Excuse me,
you already,
let me
you
land.
already, you
No,
already said,
excuse
hold
me.
on, you already
Wait,
said,
excuse
you
me,
already said that
excuse
part.
me.
You already
I'm,
know,
no,
hold on. No,
I'm trying.
you already said that.
No, I'm trying to
No,
tell you
you
something.
already,
I'm trying to tell
you
you
already
something. I
said.
know. No, I know.
Wait,
I
wait.
know
No,
women
there
here.
are so
No,
many.
see, excuse me. I know
Hold on.
women here are the problem.
Okay.
But like I said before, the men, see, some men, most married couple don't understand why they are married. They don't. At the end of the day, this thing will still come back and fall on a woman. After 20 years of having insult from the man's family and the man himself, meanwhile, the man was the problem. The woman actually asked a divorce. Then 3 months after she being divorced, she got pregnant. Then she gave birth. Till today, that man has not given birth. This is it now. You caged a woman for such a long period of time because you're married to her. Because the woman is always the target. She's always the problem. Fine, because people don't actually know the reason why they get married. When you get married, it's a partnership. It means that if there's a problem, you carry it along. That's why we have hospitals, we have doctors. Do you get? This woman, at the end of the day, if this woman wanted to cheat on her husband, she would cheat, bring a child, right? And then tell the man that the child is his child. And the man will not argue because at that point, he too, as a man, want to have that dignity to say that finally I have given birth. So what I'm trying to say is that as bad as that is, I feel like marrying men, when you're thinking of getting married, know that marriage is not just card that they play on the table. There are so many things that comes with it. So to say that as a man, it's not only the woman who has problem. Most of this problem come from the man.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, the woman
Noted,
want to have a
noted.
child.
What you're saying right now is one aspect of the reasons why
This paternity
the
fraud
paternity
happens.
fraud happens. It's out of 100. Out of, let me in percentage. Let me say out of 100, let's 20%. Do you understand? Out of 100, let's say 20% of it is probably maybe the man is
Then the man is infertile.
infertile. But if you look at the 80% that is remaining, the woman herself wasn't faithful.
Now, always.
I'm talking about, of course, if you bring another child outside, it actually means you were not faithful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It means you were not.
So-
I'm not even in favor of women.
So the reason the host asked the question that why is it high in Nigeria?
It's high. It's high
Exactly.
because
So
it's high because women cheat. I think that's the short and simple
That's exactly the message I want us to.
You
That's
know,
exactly. There are so many factors.
It's
But
rampant
why
because
is
women.
it?
It's rampant because women cheat. That's the only way.
So
Because a woman cannot drink water and then she gets.
that is one reason why I said
you know they whine me before with
And then-
your
and
you know they convince me as well. We don't they believe you.
so I want
The
to.
Shaggy say no.
So I want to draw our attention back to where we are. Why? What is the reason?
The reason is that marriage these days
Yeah.
itself, I don't know what is going on, but
But do you know that if a marriage is being held legally and such child is being given to the
the
man.
world.
No, to the
the
man.
man.
It belongs to the man because based on
Yeah,
There's some
based-
cultures, some
based-
no, not even
based-
culture. I
based-
think
Igbo culture and some other cultures, like any child
Irrespective
that is
of-
giving birth in
No,
the house belongs to the man.
legally, as long as you are, but as long as we are married.
Do you know what? What breaks Nothing can break my heart. What gets me angry the most in this paternity fraud is that Nigeria is second to Jamaica. At least it is Jamaica.
Yeah, and then it is Nigeria.
No.
You wanted
Nigeria-
Cameroon to be second.
Probably maybe Cameroon or France.
That is why I said the reason why
Now, Shege,
Yeah.
Shege, I'm coming now.
uh,
Nigeria is a very religious country.
Sure, you people say you're a giant of Africa.
No, forget that one. Now, we are a very religious people. We have strong Christian religion, strong Islamic religion, strong traditional worship. But our women need to sit down for one place.
Even the men, they sit down for one place. Like
But
say this
so,
one
hold on,
get
hold on,
to
Now,
go to women.
wait, Shege, I'm coming now.
yeah.
And guess what? Our women keep shouting,
That what?
"You cheat! Nigerian men are cheats. Nigerian men are scum. Nigerian men are polygamous." But you people cannot
Just-
sit down
when
in
it
one
comes-
place.
when-
Report card is out now.
You are carrying first.
You people are carrying first in the world.
I really
So for me, if you ask me, I believe that I will say that Nigerian women are not just faithful,
They are not faithful. Nigerian men are not faithful.
oh wow.
because if they are being faithful
Nigerian men are not faithful.
in the
Are you guys generalizing?
yes, I'm generalizing.
Okay, for you guys to for Nigeria to come second, it actually means that most of the
Nigerian
women
men are unfaithful.
Because
Yes.
otherwise, we will always have a situation whereby the child belongs to the man. If we take this out of the equation, if we take probably the child getting to find out after a long period of time out of this equation, we won't be able to say this.
but please, can Nigerian men sit and find out why these things keep happening?
It keeps happening because it happens even before the marriage.
Thank you.
Not even when they were married. It can happen
Oh.
before the marriage because most of the first child that belongs to
Yes,
the man
most of the first child.
happens before the marriage.
Yeah, which means it wasn't because the man wasn't fertile.
Fertile.
No, I laid the foundation. I
they
said
most of
I said
this
most
was
of-
the first child and the first son.
yeah, most
Also
of it,
sons.
most times women take see, like I said, women are actually
So
very
that means
smart. They don't want to suffer.
that means in the
And they
relationship. That means in the relationship before
They
the
were not
marriage,
faithful.
they were not faithful.
No, that's I don't okay.
Yes, now
No,
that's why
no,
you can.
Okay, so
That's why you
okay,
can have. You
okay,
have
yes,
4 or 5 boyfriends.
yes, they were not fair.
The woman is now pregnant. She's now looking at
Okay.
Okoro gets sense, you no get money. Mike, it's too short.
Also, I can perform.
This one, in mama the verse well. This one, they will not choose one. This or they'll say this one, it's too smart. If I tell answer get belly, this guy go feel worry me. This guy, he too like me. He's quiet. He's doing this. They'll just tag it on that one. Or one guy that's been asking them out, they'll just agree with the guy and sleep with him and come and tell the guy to
I'm
pregnant. That guy
pregnant.
be like, that's what I've been waiting for. Or somebody that's looking for a child, just come and tag it on that one's head, and the person will just take it and just go. Women are not faithful. Our women are not faithful. We are not arguing for the men because they'll say, what about the men? But man, no, they get belena.
Yeah, but you talked about the first child. You try to generalize all the women. But again, if we are saying that Nigeria
is-
is second, it means it means it's
Most
actually
Nigerian women, not all.
the percentage is actually very no. If we are saying Nigeria is second, for you to
In
be
the world,
second
in the
in the
world.
world,
In the world.
it means that we are talking about more than how many
80%,
number
like
here.
80%.
We're talking about more than 80% yeah.
Let's just
So-
say 80%. Let's just be fair.
For Nigeria to be second, it's very painful. It's very, very painful. But
Even at large, in the world at large,
In the world,
in
we
the
are
world at large, but
After Jamaica.
we're just
why in Jamaica they pay you so
They
Nigeria?
pay me so na Jamaica.
Not even America way.
Jamaica, I know say they decrease. But Nigeria, we are conservative. There are
No,
things you cannot
you
say
are
in
not
public.
conservative.
No, we are
Nigerians
Nigerians are religious.
And guess what? This thing
Come
has
on,
been-
is
see,
it really being religious? It's
no,
being
see,
religious.
see,
No. In terms of we always want to do the
Yes,
right
man.
thing. We want to
Religion is supposed to hold people together, straight line them. You're not supposed
Funny,
to
you
do
know,
this. You're not supposed to
well,
fornicate.
let
You're
me
not
know.
supposed to do this.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, report card is out. See, if they go do DNA, even people who don't grow, their papa no be their papa. Oh.
No be lie.
That is why you will see our grandparents, they've known this thing, but there's no just proof. A father will say, we no get thief for our family. Why this boy dey thief? Or sometimes we ask the mother, one day you go tell me who be the father of this child. From time immemorial, our grandfathers, they be saying that because there is no DNA. So this thing has been happening for a very, very, very long time. I think there's one tradition, they say that it is, they have this saying that it is only the woman that knows
The father
Who
of
is
the
the
child.
real
the father of the child.
It's,
not even
it's
the
a
father.
popular say,
It's a
and
popular saying,
So
it's a
right?
popular
that
say,
means
and
that means if that should be the case, that if they could come up with such an adage that will stand the test of time,
Yes.
that means
Women has been unfaithful.
making men to feel like we are the
We are the problem.
unfaithful.
Yes.
Needs to be talked about.
Women tag men as the unfaithful lot. You people are so unfaithful. Men are cheat. Men are scum. Men are. There's no name they've not given men. Now result is out.
I don't like that reason that you keep calling that reason.
Some people don't fail before exam starts. now, see the most crazy part about this, right? If it was a Western country that is number one, number two, number three, you know, the women, they really don't have anything to lose, right? A woman in the Western world, if there's a paternity fraud, I don't think there's any case. The woman will just go those paternity. Sometimes I used to ask, I said, what is the penalty for this woman? Sometimes they'll say nothing, nothing. The woman just say, Mike, I'm sorry. Is that all? That's all.
Yeah, most of them they explain
Yeah.
why they did it, and then that's
Because there's no consequence. Now, if in the Western world where women are free, they are liberal, they can do whatever. It's not in Nigeria that your husband can call your family and your family will call you to order. Abroad, there is nothing like that. Again, we do whatever. In short, you can go and marry. You don't even need to tell your family.
I
But
believe
we will call Igwe, call family, call royal, call everybody, marry you for public, do traditional, do white, do engagement, do everything.
Joe,
The woman go see good.
I believe the reason why this is high in Nigeria is because we tend not to follow our tradition.
tradition.
So
Because we tend to listen to the Western and the people that colonize us, the way they do things.
And
Because
what's the tradition?
tradition
That if you
is
cheat, you buy.
yes, so some
some
still have
traditions are that serious.
Yes,
Yes,
so.
but if we look at the Westerners, the way they do their things, that if a woman tends to give a man
a
a
wrong
child,
that
also
knows
you
it.
find that in the law court, the judge will be asking the man, "Can you forgive the woman?" You say yes, that as long as he can relate with the child. So you find that the Nigerian ladies tends to copy such things and feel like the men should accept it and say, okay, if it comes to that point, then the men should accept the child like that.
So please, what's the way forward for?
Okay, fine.
For me, the way forward is to enact a law that binds the woman to start thinking otherwise, not to start giving a man, innocent man, the child does not belong to him. By enacting the law, if it's life imprisonment.
Why should somebody go life imprisonment?
Because if a woman can live with me, for example, for 20, 40, 50 years or 60 years,
And give you another man's child. And she knows.
and she knows, not as she knows.
She can kill you. Instead, she'll be killing you since.
So I believe that should serve her.
Can
right.
Nigeria can since we are talking about the second country
Yeah.
of this, which is Nigeria, so it actually means that Nigeria should come up with not a law, but a must in the hospital.
Thank you.
It's something once a woman,
It has to-
because
it has-
pregnancy is
It
blood.
has to be a law for
Pregnancy-
the hospital to carry it
Yes,
out.
pregnancy is blood. So if doctors and they will stumble on this, they say that we are appealing. Pregnancy is blood. So you see when a woman wakes up in the morning when she wants to do her urine test and all of that, once you go to the hospital and you want to go and do that blood test to find out if you're pregnant, so they should just put the DNA, like once they take the blood, they should be able to
They should.
the blood should be able to dictate immediately if you are pregnant and who is the father of the child.
If you are going in that line, there will be a lot of child.
No,
That's
no, no,
without
that's
fathers.
Without
no.
fathers.
Excuse
Because
me. No,
even if you have it,
you're talking about death penalty. So me, I'm avoiding death
no, I'm
penalty.
just, it might not be a death penalty, maybe life imprisonment.
I'm just saying both of them. I'm trying to avoid both life imprisonment and death penalty.
Why?
So I am saying
Yes.
yes, because I am saying that since it is scientifically proven that pregnancy is blood.
Yeah.
So if a woman is going to the hospital to go and do I don't know how it can work, but
Mm.
if you're going to go and do a pregnancy test, right? If there is a way that they can, I don't know, do a DNA test while the child is still in your womb, so that we know if is that man who is lying home who is the father. If not, at that tender age safe, there are so many things you, the woman who is guilty, you can do. You can choose to walk out of the marriage and go and give your baby, go and give birth to your child outside the marriage, and then save yourself from life imprisonment or death penalty. Or I don't know. There are so many ways.
No.
Because I feel like for us to leave the child to come to the world and then stay in the roof for more than 20 years, whereas you are not the biological father child of a particular man, and then that one is deadly. So why can't you prevent it from the
already
beginning?
killed the child alone. You have
Yeah,
it doesn't even affect
that's
only the
what I'm
child
saying.
alone. I mean the father alone, the man alone.
So
It affects the
can
child
we
itself.
not prevent it from the beginning for both the father and the child? Because it's traumatizing for these two people.
Sorry, I have a point here I want to raise again. That means if a law have to be put in place for women to desist from this action, that means it's in them that this is what they can do.
Exactly.
It's in them because they say a woman is a
lot of
If we have
to pass a
if we
law,
have to pass
if we
a law,
are already
just to
second in
stop
the
from
world,
cheating, from
if
giving
we
a
are
man-
already second in the world,
yes.
then
so
there's a
it means
problem.
that there's a problem.
Now, what is the problem?
OS. OS.
Now every man that will stumble on this podcast will be checking their wife at home. Is she faithful? Is she cheating? See,
So is I
I feel like this problem is the foundation of. Let's forget about those. No, we cannot forget about those who bring from the outside and bring and bring to the inside. But what I'm saying is that these things are foundational stuff. I feel like marriage couple can do better. You know, the pressure should not only be on a woman, because once the pressure is on a woman, she can do and undo. So can we have better marriages where an African man will not just say, I am the head of the family? Can you now just do what a head is supposed to do? Like making sure that, okay, I am legally married. Let my wife and I have it in mind to go to the hospital, like maybe even every month, maybe once or twice.
That is if probably they've been in the marriage for a very long time.
No, you must not be in the marriage for a very long time to want to know if you're fatal or not.
No.
Before you even get married, those are the kind of things you should start doing. Before you get married, once you are cutting, those are the kind of things. Once you're doing genotypes and all of that, all those ones follow.
Hold on. Are you trying to say if that is being done, that means a woman will not bring a child that does not belong to the man?
Exactly, because excuse me, bro. Okay, excuse me. Maybe when you want to get married in church, they'll tell you guys that they want to know your blood group.
Yeah,
they'll tell you that. Yeah. Why do they want to know your group? Why only you?
So
I think they should exceed
a lot has been done in that light that you must bring the child.
Bro, I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about, okay, let me tell you something. A Christian marriage, first of all. These people I are talking about are people who pick girls on the road. A Christian church marriage, they do blood, they do I think virginity test, they do, if people have done before they do all those ones to make sure that nothing has been done. The woman is still safe. She has not done. You people are holy.
If safe, virgin or what?
No, virgin. You people have not done anything. You want me to call it sex?
If they do virginity test in Nigeria,
so when I will confess.
Three girls will be married for this country.
So what I'm trying to say here is that they can do all these things. If they can do genotype, they can do fertility test. And that's even the most important test that people should do.
But what if in the case whereby the man is fertile, the woman is fertile, and there's an unknown child in the equation?
So yeah, that's that one that I want.
Unknown child in the equation. We know this equation. We know this equation. None of us
She
know.
don't
Who is
She
this
don't-
particular equation?
Equation that we don't know
But
about.
at that point now, we know that.
Eh.
At that point now, we know that the woman was bad.
Okay, so
the woman
hold on.
cheated.
Okay, if the woman,
because-
if that woman had cheated in that
Mhm,
flight, I
yeah.
will not have like 80% of it.
Okay, so that death penalty is okay.
Because no.
I'm not talking about the death penalty. It's not about the penalty. It's not about
Because
See, you can always take the horse. You can always force the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the
but
water.
again, as
What
I
I'm
said,
trying to say is that it's high time, like this kind of broadcast this kind of talk show that we're having right now, that we start passing informations, enlightening our women out there that hey, relationship is not about, it's not supposed to be transactional.
Don't
Boss,
be pinning other people.
don't-
Other people.
Yes, if you know you are in for this, be in for this.
Because
If you're not in for this, be out, because you don't know what might come up. Because by the time you start spending, by the time a guy starts spending money on you, and you say now say because of
but
this,
what even takes a married woman out of her matrimonial home? That's demonic. That's demonic.
so,
A woman can cheat on you all your life. You will not
That's
catch her.
demonic.
She'll carry another man's child and give to you. You will still not
Because
catch
there's
her.
actually, as a matter, see, as far as I'm concerned, right,
Hmm.
there is really nothing that should take a woman out of her matrimonial home.
see, you know what? See,
There's
it's high time we start thinking outside the box. Hold on.
You don't
It's high time. It's high time, man. We start thinking outside the box. When I was growing up, I always see men as a cheat.
Me too.
no men are
No,
naturally
no.
people are
Hold
polygamous
on,
by
hold on.
nature.
Yeah.
It's just because
not by
we,
nature. No,
it's just
not-
because
hold
when we
on.
have
It's not-
something
it's
that
not
people
by-
are holding now
No.
onto us.
No.
Men are I want to help you guys by saying men are polygamous
No,
by nature.
we are not.
Una don't deny it.
polygamous.
Oh
No,
wow.
no, 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 no,
We
no,
are
no,
not
nature. We have given it to the women.
The women are not the polygamous ones in nature.
Wow.
Men
Yes.
are not polygamous.
Men are not polygamous in nature.
You see, for the first time, you people you've had something to nail women.
Yes.
Una don't deny
Until being proven otherwise.
It don't be
Yes.
proven. I just say as
It's not just. It's not
Nigerian-
just. See, as long
is
as
it not-
hold on, as long as if you have 1 + 1 is 2. If 1 + 1 is 2 arithmetically, 20 days to come, 1 + 1 is always 2.
Exactly.
So now we have proven that women are cheats.
Okay.
So
I'm just supposed to be saying okay.
no, it's not okay. I'm not.
I want to argue now.
Until we have a situation whereby we found out that okay, this
Men can give birth now.
no,
And
it's not. It's not about giving. No,
it would have been
say-
better if men could give birth so that this shame of the stigma of being second in the world
It's
leave
crazy.
us. Because now you people have shifted your cheeks on women now.
No, we don't.
Just
People
because-
have proofs.
Just
People
because
have
it's not his
proofs.
house.
People have women have proofs. Women have proofs. Do you understand? Women have proofs. They have certificate to show for it, but we don't have.
But please, I think you guys can help your women. Not
No.
to. Most women are vulnerable.
In what
Most
terms?
women are actually vulnerable doing those things. I am not supporting them.
Excusez-moi.
This is not me supporting any adultery, but I'm saying that most women are vulnerable. They want to save. They want to solve. They want to.
Save their
They want to
marriage.
save. They want to even move the man, save the man from shame and all of that. What I'm trying to say here is that husband and wife should
That
actually.
is not even the right way. That is not even the right. If you want to save the man, that is not even the right way because one will cause.
There are some men who don't even know if they can even give birth or not because they think it's only that problem. That problem is only for women. They forget that it's all it had to do with both gender. There are some men who cannot produce a child.
So that, but there are better ways to go about that than
There
going
are
behind the
there are
man.
better ways. Do you know that a normal African man is stubborn? You guys are stubborn. You will see a woman telling her husband, honey, let's go to the hospital and
Yeah.
check and do this thing and take medication. Telling, no, I am the head. Everything is okay. You are the problem.
Okay, let me take myself as a case study here. Let me take myself as a case study here. When I was with my woman, at least there was a particular point in time where I had some issues. It took me to some certain place where I had to take some treatment.
She's a good woman.
Do you understand?
No.
And then you yeah, anyway, she released
I
him.
listen.
So one out of 1 million.
So you know, no. There are a lot of men. No, you can't. No, there are a lot
Oh
of
my
men.
God.
Women
I'm
always
telling you,
do you
amplify
know-
the one that is
Do you know
wrong.
what
wrong.
women
Yeah.
go? Do you know what married women go? You know I work with women, right? Do you know
I
how
said this
many?
before,
Do you know what women go through being married with some stubborn men? You don't want to know.
They're not see the man for the marriage.
So okay, now why is it that in Nigeria or even the world at large, women tend to give men child that don't belong to them?
We
Why?
don't come back there.
Nigeria.
Because I think we'll
No, no, no.
We must go.
That is the essence. No, let's deliberate on that so that by the time the world
we've deliberated on it, and then we've
no,
seen that,
that's the essence.
Okay.
That's the
and
essence
then
of our topic.
and then we've seen that yes,
Yes, for sure.
we've seen that for sure.
So that
We
women
don't
are-
get, when I don't get wuna, don't get
Not
with
to now,
una,
no.
una don't get with una, don't name woman. Now
not
una
about-
don't,
it's not- no,
una
it's
don't
not.
forget una
Take this-
fundamental cheating role. Now woman, because of course woman get report card now. They don't bring report card. They don't show.
But if the poker
they
not do
don't-
it, I'm not going to deny.
we go deny. Why we go talk?
Eh,
That's what I'm going.
Why we not
see.
go? We not see.
But do you believe that women cheat more than men?
Women don't, yes.
Wow.
Women cheat more than men.
Do you believe that?
Men don't cheat.
Excuse me.
You know, cheating is all about sleeping.
If a man cheat on you today, you catch him tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Because we are smart people, we are FBIs. We are smart people, and you guys cannot do FBI or not because you will never catch us. The only thing when they catch us are this same DNA, they disprove us.
So now, so in that light, they should just give men kudos. That
Yeah.
actually-
It don't do.
We
It
are
don't
faithful.
do.
We are
It don't. It don't do. DNA don't make una don't get mouth, but it don't do. It's our fault. I cannot even take the blame because me, I cannot do a thing like that. But what I'm trying to say here is that
Yeah.
men should match up with their wives and with their women energy.
Which of the energy?
Which of the energy?
No, not the
energy.
cheating energy.
Which of the
Not the
energy?
cheating energy. You say your wife took you somewhere to go and get medication. Please,
Yeah.
all men
Yeah.
should have that. Should
Be open.
should be open for suggestion.
Yeah.
Honey, if I am not, because a woman is a reproductive thingy. You give her, she reproduce. If you don't give her, she will not.
Yeah.
You get. If you don't give her, she will go collect for herself.
My own concern. See,
So
you're
what I'm
not
trying to
getting my
say-
point.
Hey,
You're
what
not
I'm
getting my
trying-
point.
what I'm trying to say here is that
Yeah.
for me, I feel like marriage,
Mm.
it starts from the foundation. Men,
I understand your point.
men should be very open to suggestion.
Yes, no doubt. But if the point you're trying to make is just
I have
20%.
a question. I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Wait.
Please.
No,
Okay, wait.
Ask your question, please. I want to hear the
Okay, we are about to wrap this up, all right? Because I think we have already used up our time. We are going to continue in the comment section, but I'm going to ask my guests just one question each, and that's going to be the concluding part of this particular topic. By my right, I'm going to ask you there, what should we do about paternity fraud in Nigeria? 1 minute.
simple and short. The government should put a law that binds the woman from even thinking about it.
Of thinking of cheating, are you?
Yes.
Bind. That word bind is a very strong
Wow.
word.
Yeah.
Corinne, what being number 2 in paternity
That's too
fraud in
much,
the
oh.
world, what should be the solution to this paternity
Women
fraud
should
in
just
Nigeria?
stop. Women should just stop. When you're married, you're married. Women should just stop. Don't take a seed and give it to another person. Is demonic. Is devilish. There's nothing we want to say. But women can do better. I think women can do better.
All right, my people. I hope you've heard. Let's continue this dialogue in the comment section. See you when I see you. Have a nice day and bye.